Welcome to this sneaker talk. Now this is going to be a little bit different than other talks you've seen on my channel, because when I sit down and usually do a sneaker talk with you guys, it may involve making sure your finances are in order to get said sneaker. That's what it usually is about. Not today. Not today. I got some gripes within the sneaker community. And not just as a whole, but specifically and a lot of times on YouTube, because YouTube now has become just a big part of the sneaker community. You know, now when we're trying to figure out things about the sneakers and what's coming out, what's dropping when, you know, we look to online. That's what we do. That's just kind of what we become in the 21st century, which is amazing. You know, we can get our content, you know, instantly. That's kind of the world we live in, and it has its perks and it's great, but there is just some tomfoolery that you guys are always up to. And I told CL Now 23 that I was gonna make this video. He goes, "Oh, I hope it's good." I go, "Listen, here's the thing. You're either gonna agree with all of the points I have in this video, you're gonna agree with none of the points I have in this video, you're gonna agree with some and not agree with others. Here's the thing, like the title says, full offense, I don't care. Do you know why I don't care? I'm a girl that's been into sports and fitness and everything that you typically would not find a girl into my entire life. If I stopped just doing whatever I wanted or speaking my mind on whatever because someone disagreed with it or didn't care for it, I wouldn't have a full sleeve of tattoos, and I probably wouldn't be able to outdo most guys in pull-ups and chin-ups. So reality is, full offense, I don't care if you don't really agree with everything that's said in here, but it's just some things on my mind that I wanted to get off. This is a 16 numbered list. They're not in any particular order, but it's 16 of them, to the point where I actually have to have a notebook nearby just in case I need to reference where I need to go from there. But it's 16. Just stick with me. I'm going to try to get through all of these fast. I am wearing the Savage shirt today. It's just kind of how I'm feeling, I guess. So let's just go through these 16. Okay, it's in no particular order, and if you feel offended by any of these, you feel like I'm calling you out, if the shoe fits, the guilty person is probably lacing it up. I'm not calling out any names in this video whatsoever, so let's just get started. Once again, no particular order. I mean, I do have some pet peeves, but no particular order. But number one, people that are constantly going on flip-flopping back and forth about what brand is dead and what brand is on top. Like, just stop it. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. The people that are saying one day Boost is dead, and then 1 month later Nike is dead, and then 1 month later Jordan's dead, and then you're back on Boost and you're back on, like stop. Seriously, stop. You should have stellar legs and stellar calves from all of this jumping that you're doing from bandwagon to bandwagon, from brand to brand. Let the brands exist. Stop trying to figure out who's dead and who's not, okay? They're both grossing more money than you're grossing. I can guarantee you that. Don't try to figure out what's dead and what's not. Just leave it alone. Just be done with it, please. Like, half of you have, like, Boost at the end of your name, but as soon as Boost kind of fell off in the market, then you wanted to scramble back because of Off-White and Nike, and just stop. Just do less. Do less. Okay? Number two. For the people that, and this is pretty hypocritical of them, that they will say, do you rock your style, rock whatever you like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be all of these brands, it doesn't have to be just Jordan, it doesn't have to be just Adidas or just Boost or just Puma, just Reebok, just wear whatever it is you want to wear. Like, that's what you should be doing, right? Like, they say this in confidence to you, and then like 5 seconds later they turn around and they go, I can't believe you only wear Jordans. It's not very diversified. Like, you're not really getting a full spectrum of what sneakers can offer you. Or I can't believe that you only wear Boost. Like, that's not right. Fam, didn't you just say like 5 seconds ago that you rock whatever you want to rock, wear whatever you want to wear? If I like it, you love it. Remember that? Remember you said that? So why exactly then do we double back and say, oh, I want you to rock whatever you want to rock. It's your style. But by the way, I really do feel that you only doing X, Y, and Z isn't really conducive to my own personal taste. It's not about you. How self-centered can you be? It's not about you. I happen to be a person that really loves Nikes and Adidas, or Nike and Jordan. Sorry, I don't care if somebody likes Adidas or loves Adidas or that's what they want to go rock with. Let them go rock with that. That is fine. I will go ahead and support that. Do whatever it is that you want to do, but I'm not going to sit here and say I feel like you only have to conform to whatever it is that I like. That's lame and pretty self-centered. Don't be that person, okay? Number 3. A lot of you have a lot of hubris, and maybe some of you need to go look that word up. Have a lot of hubris and your confidence and whatnot in how the market is going to respond to a particular shoe. Now, we all watch sit and sell videos. I love watching them, especially Seth Fowler's. I love his take on a lot of different sneakers, releases that are coming out. I'm a fan. I will watch the sit or sell videos that him and even other people do. But when you look at some, I think, and these aren't sit or sell videos, but you have some people that they feel they know, they have the market knowledge of this is gonna sit and this is gonna sell, and then they run out and grab like 3 pairs of the shoe, and the shoe just sits there. You know why? Because you don't do this for an actual living. It's not like even people that do stocks, newsflash, they're just guessing. They don't really know. Like reality, people that do it in the stock market are just guessing. They don't really know what the hell the market's gonna do, and people don't really know what shoes are gonna do because there are so many shoes you think sell out and actually just end up sitting, and the ones that you think should be sitting are flying off the shelves because maybe people really love them. The thing about it is a lot of you don't know, but you look like idiots because you go out and you scoop up this shoe in 3 different pairs, and now you're saturated with the number of shoes that you have for this style, this silhouette, this release. And then they're just sitting. More importantly, I know this happened with some of you when it came to the Jordan 11 Low Respect. How do I know? Because I'm a diehard Jeter fan. Most of you who bought the shoe knew that he played for New York. That was it. You couldn't tell me what year he got drafted. You couldn't tell me what place he went in the draft. You couldn't tell me that he struggled during his entire first year when he was there and he cried in his room and he wanted to go home to his girlfriend and his parents and his sister, and he did not want to be there anymore because he didn't think he could hack it. None of you know any of that. None of you can tell me the stats about his career hits, RBIs, home runs, none of that. None of you know, none of you care. You can't tell me about the beef he had with A-Rod. You can't even tell me why that it started. You can't tell me when he decided to start the Turn 2 Foundation with his dad in his hotel room one night after a game. You know, you can't tell me any of that. You bought the shoe because you thought it was going to have value. Diehard Jeter fans really want the shoe a lot of times. People that may like the quality will want the shoe. The people that are going to pay a lot for it will be the Jeter fans. So you're going to have to wait a while. I mean, we just retired his jersey number like a year ago, so you're going to have to wait a while. But I mean, I think it's funny that you guys bought that. I mean, I hope that works for you. I doubt it, but yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. You guys tried though. You guys tried real hard though. Real hard though. For the people, and I don't get how this works. It just seems super hypocritical. You say that a shoe is complete trash, right? You even got the little trash emoji that's sitting there. You say this shoe is complete trash, and then you go buy it. I'm sorry, what? Like, how do you go and buy the shoe that you then say is just complete trash? Like, you look, once again, you look dumb. Stop doing that. Just say less. I think a lot of these have to do with just say less and do less. Just say less. If you think the shoe is trash, don't come out publicly and tell us that you think the shoe is trash in a blog, in a video, in a post. Doesn't matter. You think the shoe is trash. But sure enough, on release day, here you go, run into the store to go get the shoe and show us. If we thought that you thought the shoe was trash, why would you think you need to show it to us if it's a trash shoe? Humor me that. Why do you need to show me the shoe if you think it's a trash shoe? You don't. You just wanted to. Which leads me to, yeah, and that goes for if you, that would be like me saying also, because this happens too, that would be like me saying, I think Kobe's trash, which I really don't think he's one of the greatest players of all time. Me saying, I think Kobe's trash, but I'm going to go buy the new Kobe that releases. You hear how you sound? Like, if it's so trash, why are you just throwing your money in the trash to support somebody you think is trash? That's, I mean, whatever. Do you. Another problem that just seems I don't get. 1 week you tell us that you are done with this particular shoe. It can be because of whatever happened with it. It may have, I don't know what rubbed you wrong, what turned you off, and what spit you out and made you feel terrible. But apparently now you don't want to buy Adidas, or you don't want to buy Youre, or you don't want to buy whatever you claimed you were going to, you know, whatever you've been buying. Now, you're not buying it anymore. You're done. You've broken up with it. You're finished. You tell them you kicked that person to the curb. Then, like, not even 7 days later, you and that ex are back together again. I mean, after a while, none of us are going to take you seriously if you're just going to keep going back to the same stupid person you keep saying that you're not going to be with anymore. So why do you keep going back to brands that you say that you're not going to buy anymore? Like, just don't do it. Like, and this doesn't probably happen as person as much as it does on YouTube, because everyone wants to get on YouTube and say what they will and won't do with the sneaker community. But if you're not going to buy a brand anymore, don't buy a brand anymore. But don't then come just because you need content to go ahead and put that up. Like, don't do that. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And that leads me into this. And this is a big pet peeve of mine, and it's become the norm now, I guess. I don't do mall vlogs. I don't do pickup vlogs, mainly because they get sent to my house. So that's why I don't usually do pickup vlogs or anything of that sort. But people on release day, not the day after, not a week after, the day of, and I'm talking like the day of at 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, people will take they will hop in their car and they will drive to the mall. And they will go on release day, and that shoe just released, mind you, at 10 o'clock, because malls probably aren't even open before then. And then they'll say that it's sitting. That's usually what the shoe might do for a few hours. Doesn't mean it's a bust. It could just mean you're really thirsty, like a thought in the desert, for content. If you are that thirsty for content, you need to take a line from 8 Mile. You need to literally take a camera, go home, create some content, make it suspenseful, and please don't come back to YouTube until it's actually dope. Just don't. Like, it's a major pet peeve of mine. I don't understand why people do it. Like, when you say you're just going to do a mall vlog, you're just going to see what happens to be out there, that's fine. But don't have the whole premise of the video be, I'm going on release day to go see what's sitting and what's not sitting. Because guess what? There are times where the shoe is completely sold out online and retailers are extremely happy about that, and you have select pairs and select sizes that may be sitting in the store. Guess what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Most of you don't actually own stock in the company, so it does not matter if they are selling out. Like, so many that go and take these trips up there, oh, this is sitting. Is that hurting your portfolio? Is that hurting your net worth? I doubt it. Not unless you got some heavy shares and you were really banking on, I don't know, them really progressing within this year, which if you're going to be investing, you should probably invest for the long haul, not the short flip and turnaround. But stop taking your ass to the damn mall on the day of and be like, yeah, this is sitting. Don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. Alright, let's go in a new direction here. For people, and this is more so, I guess, men that are interested in women's shoes. Who cares? I don't care if it's a women's sneaker. You can be interested in it. You can love it. You can like it. You can rock it. I don't care. Whether it was the season of her for the Air Jordan 1, whether it was the satin, Jordan shattered backboard. I don't care. It could have even been the Vachetta Tan 12s, which I still want and probably need to go on StockX and get. It could have been those. If you really love this sneaker, get it, rock it, doesn't matter. I don't care. Rock it. You do you. That's sweet. Let's not flame people because they want to rock a women's sneaker. Who cares? However, leads me to the new thing. For men that were grimy as hell, and you went, and not because you could have wanted the sneaker and got it in your size for the satin shatter backboard. No, what you did is you went and got like a women's 4 and 5 on release day, and then you jacked the price up on that initial release day. Well, I guess joke's on you, because that ish isn't really worth a whole lot right now on StockX, because people tried to sell really, really low. So you played yourself. Maybe don't do that. No one cares if you like women's shoes, but don't be that person that's just trying to hype up the resale. Like, that was the one time women could have got some really fly shoes, and there were quite a few that still didn't. So don't be that grimy of a person. Like, don't. And another thing, no value is actually placed in your, like, worth as a person based on the number of shoes you have or how big your collection is. Like, you know that, right? Like, you're aware of that. That's like, it's like in here. Like, you comprehend this, right? No one cares about how many shoes you actually own. Like, we all love to know what our sneaker count is, and to flaunt it, and to be proud of it, and to boast about it, but the reality is no one gives two shits about what your sneaker count is. Like, we don't bury you at shoe boxes. Even after we take you out of the super expensive casket, we bury you in a pine box in the ground to be eaten by bugs. No one cares. You don't go with these shoes. You may be wearing a pair when they put you in the casket, but you don't go with your entire collection, so don't act bigger than what you are, other than a human being and 7 billion of us. No one cares. What I would care about more is, when we look at the total culmination of your sneaker collection, the value of that, fair market today, I don't care. You can on StockX and figure that out. Is it greater than your actual net worth, let's say in your 401k, 403b, Roth IRA, or traditional IRA? Is it? If it's not, get your life together. No one cares about what you have in sneakers, okay? Unless you're about to liquidate those and you don't want to be eating cat food when you're older. Figure out how to actually manage money and put more into your retirement than you do into your sneakers. I mean, some of you are like, what, approaching 40 or higher? And I really have this belief that what you have in sneakers outweighs what you actually have in assets that generates money for you on a consistent basis. And that's sad and that's scary. And please just don't be that person. That's embarrassing. Okay. Good. Bots. I don't really have to elaborate on that. Unless you use bots, and that's probably the only reason that you like them. Just don't care. I don't, no. Just bots. Enough said. Very quick one there. For the men, I'm sure women do this too, but it just seems weird when men do it. For the men that are so ultra concerned with what another man does, or just another person in general, between either debt stocking their kicks or wearing their kicks immediately straight to foot, or how they store their kicks, why are you concerned with what another man does or another person does? Like, some people, I can't believe you rock those straight to foot. What the hell else are you gonna do with them? Like, I get if you get two pairs and one is debt stock and one is just a keep, but even if that's not what the person does and they want to rock their shit, let them rock their damn shoes. Seriously, let them rock their shoes. Let them also store them however they want to store them. I don't care how expensive you think it may be. I don't care if they have an iris laser scanner that has to actually scan and take the biomechanics of their eye and the metrics and everything, and it needs to measure and draw a drop of blood every single time they want to access a shoe. That is that man's right. Period. Let's just let people live. Shouldn't care that much. If it ain't coming out of your pocket, don't worry about it. Right? That's how a lot of us feel about things in our lives. And this probably brings me to my biggest pet peeve. Don't know why I just did that. Everybody has the debate all the time about Nike and Adidas, and Adidas jumped over Jumpman, or Adidas jumped over Nike. Yes, Adidas experienced some crazy growth in 2017. I'll give them that. It was long overdue. Do you want to know why? Why it's long overdue for them? Let's just look, like most of you say that, and you're only looking at the actual market. I'm sorry, I look at bigger pictures, and I want to look at the actual worth. Okay? Adidas is worth $39 billion. Not bad. Nike's worth $116 billion. They're 2.7 times bigger than Adidas. Okay? Not to mention, old man Adidas had its start 40 years sooner in 1924. Nike didn't come along until 1964, and they weren't even known as Nike. They were known as Blue Ribbon Sports. And then they moved into being Nike in 1971, when they actually went ahead and patented the name, copyright the swoosh, all of that. So a 40-year jump that you had on them. Another fun fact, if Adidas and Puma could have got their ish together and stopped fighting like cats and dogs, maybe the young kids on the block and Bowerman and Phil Knight wouldn't have came over and just kind of stole the limelight and been on top of the mountain. Like, that's what I look at. That's what I care about. What's actually happening there. And everybody that says, oh, Adidas is number one, have you actually looked at what was the top selling shoe in America in 2017? Because it wasn't anything Flyknit, Primeknit, Boost, Zoom, Air. It wasn't any of that. It was the Nike Tangent, which is like some basic shoe that our parents would want to wear, especially our moms. It's the Nike Tangent. And second was the Converse. And third was the Huarache, and fourth was the Adidas Superstar. And you know what other Adidas shoe, like one of the Adidas shoes that made it? It was the Tubular Shadow Knit. So, miss me with the whole Adidas is, yeah, yeah, it did its job in growing. That's what you should do. You have shareholders to answer to. But not to what you guys all try to make it out to be. So let's calm down on the whole Adidas jumped over Nike. Do you know how long it would take them to go ahead and amass that market share? A long time. It's still taking them forever. And Nike came along like in 1971. I mean, whatever. I mean, also, this isn't a big pet peeve of mine, but just don't be the stereotype that people think that we are. All we care about is sneakers. That's all we put our value in. Thinking that you don't take care of responsibilities, you don't save, you don't invest, you don't do any of that. You just care about sneakers. You know, be a grown adult sneakerhead and make sure that you're taking care of business. Like, that's a really simple one. That's not really a gripe for me. It's just something that I would wish for you. I would hope for you. Let's not be the stereotype of people that aren't doing what we need to do, because that's just, nah, man. It's sad. You see I'm getting like way down on my list here. I'm almost done, but this one, sneakers shouldn't be some fraternity we try to haze people into of, you need to be able to run me down the entire history of the Jordan retros, you know, 1 through, you know, you need to know 1 through 14, and you need to know what Jordans he won the championships in, you know, in the 6, 7, and 8, and you need to know the history of the Cortez and this and that. Like, why do we do that? Like, you make it to where people don't want to actually get into sneakers. First off, if you're in the game for a while, you've got a lot of history. Pass it on. In a kind way. Like, don't be a jerk about it. Pass it on. Give some of your knowledge away to somebody that's looking to get into sneakers and the entire culture. And I would encourage people, figure out what you're into. You don't have to adopt something just because somebody else loves it. Try to get a well-rounded collection is what I would say. Get shoes that fit everything, and it doesn't have to all be from one brand if you don't want it all from one brand. If you want your comfort shoes to be Boost, and you want your on-court shoes to be Hyper Dunks, but you want your running shoes to be Pegasus, like, who cares? Just make it a well-rounded collection. That's what you can do. Just being honest. Rounding out, kids that, for the ones that are literally, like, you're in the sneaker community because mom and dad's money affords you everything. That's really what it is. The black card is providing you that access, that paved way into the sneaker community. I mean, you little gold sneaker pellets don't come out of your ass, so stop acting like it. I mean, don't act like you're now some 8th wonder of the world because you look like a oversaturated billboard and Bape Supreme and Louis and Gucci, and just stop. You look tacky as shit is what I'm saying, and hopefully you grow out of that before you get to 30. But you're not something special. Like, be humble and sit down somewhere and go learn something, for the love of God, please. And finally, this is just for the YouTube people. Just have a little bit of respect, a little bit of appreciation for your subscribers. They're subscribing to you, it's for a reason. Stop throwing out trash content just for clickbait. Stop picking up shoes just for clickbait. You're not even going to keep them. You claim you don't even need them. You don't want them. Stop putting these clickbait titles in, and just don't do it. Do better. Be a better creator. Be a better creator is what I'm trying to say, especially within the sneaker community. You're pretty much storytelling, and we're all interested in that, but it's not the easiest thing to do. But don't take it so damn cavalier that you just don't care and you throw out anything on a camera and put in 11 different ads in there because you're apparently just really hard up for money. Like, I'm on YouTube because I want to be here just to share stuff. I don't need the income. My videos aren't monetized, so just do better. These are just some of my gripes with the sneaker community and the YouTube sneaker community. If you agreed with any of these, you can comment below. I know this video was kind of long. I just spoke my mind about everything that I wanted to get out and off of my chest. So, like I said, hopefully you agreed with some of these. If you disagreed with some of them, that's fine. Let me know. Let me know what you disagreed with. If you think I missed some, let me know down below too, because I might agree. I probably did miss some. See you now. If you stayed to the end of this, I told you I was just gonna go in. I didn't know how long this would be, but apparently I went through like a little bit, 30 seconds or whatever, for each one, close to it. But you know what? That's fine, man. This is exactly how I felt. These were just some things I wanted to get off my chest from one sneakerhead. So all of you that may be watching, and if you did stay to the end of this, I mean, big ups to you. You are the real MVP. If you would please just go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. Hell, I'm a simple person, low expectations. If I can get 200 subs, seriously, we're doing better than we were yesterday. If you like the video, go ahead and like. Feel free to share. Feel free to have discussion. Feel free to drop people in and go, this chick is crazy. That's fine. I've heard far worse. But hopefully you guys did vibe with this video. And hopefully you will continue to watch more. And I will see you soon. Peace out.